Hello, and welcome to episode 28 of Fallen Dragons. My name's Mike. I'm your DM for the night, and I'm here with all of my players, so I'll throw it over to you guys and let you tell them who and or what you are. Uh, I'll go to my left and start with Melody.
Hello, hello. I'm Melody. I play Nala Firestone. I am a wizard blade singer, and I'm a bronze dragonborn.
And right above Melody, we'll go to Robin.
Hi, I'm Robin. I'm playing Talith Dorashel. She is a bronze dragonborn fighter.
And then we'll head over to the right to Patrick.
I'm Patrick, and I'm playing Lucid Reverend, the cleric of the Stormlord.
When last we played this game, you guys had just survived the tower and gotten a hold of the Crown of Tandon, which is what you went there for. Now you need to find your. Now that you're through with the tower, you need to find your way out of the plane of illusion, across the wastelands, and make it back to the dock in 9 days because you've got somebody waiting for you. Eh, And that's not counting actually making it back to the island to pick up the, the box that you wanted made that started this whole little adventure. Because
So I
you,
think we should go back in a disguise and claim that we killed ourselves. Right, well, we're the people that killed the party, and that's why we're taking their boat. I think it's really believable, considering how many people want to kill us.
and
Well, it could work because we have one more party member now than we did when we left, so maybe that would confuse the sea dragon.
so
Maybe he'd believe us.
where are you gonna come up with costume to disguise yourself with?
And
Well,
exactly
I mean,
how
who
could a
doesn't
couple of
have one of these?
dragonborns just
What now?
go ahead, Patrick?
I mean, you got to keep an extra costume or two on hand, right?
Do either of you, do either of the people who have magic spells have the disguise self spell?
Oh,
Uh, what about Lucid? Do you have that?
I could have that.
I could too, but I don't.
no, no, I don't have that.
Okay.
Anyone have one of those masks with the fake mustache?
No.
Well,
I can't
darn.
think of many ways to disguise for Melody and I to disguise ourselves as Dragonborns. I mean, it's not like we can look like humans or anything.
Yeah,
Exactly.
you know, 2 7 foot plus tall bronze dragonborns are gonna be a little hard to disguise.
Just put a wig on, so be a dragonborn with different hair. Maybe that'll confuse it.
Well, we better hurry then.
Yeah.
And this sea monster has not seen me, so
You you all suddenly have Beatles haircuts.
just a second. My dog's
Yeah,
barking at me.
I don't know. Picturing that on the Dragonborn just don't work for me.
Barking at. He's barking at. He's barking at. He's barking at me, lady. You want up? You want up?
So you guys are standing out. No, the tower itself crumbled after you guys removed the crown from it last time. So,
Actually, don't we have the giants on our side?
Yeah, the giants are with us.
So we can have them go up to the dragon and tell them
Yes.
have them say that we killed those two that owned this ship.
You mean
And then
while
we're-
Lucid and I aren't present?
Yeah.
And then we could just. That's actually a solid plan.
And then once the dragon leaves, then you get on the ship.
That's actually a solid plan. Because, like you said, the
Like
sea
it.
serpent hasn't seen you, and Lucid and I could just like be hiding somewhere until. Yeah, I like it. I like that as a plan. We just have to get the giants on board with it.
Yeah.
well, they said they would come along and kill things for you if you paid them enough. So, because they weren't really making a whole lot of money guarding the tower, so
And the tower's gone now, so
they're like, well, we don't have a job, so if you pay us enough, we'll come along and kill things for you.
although would two giants be good enough to kill a dragon? Or this creature?
Be be a serious fight, that's for sure. I
I have
don't
a 66 damage lightning cannon.
I don't think I put money on either side in that fight. Um,
Someone's puppy's whining.
Yes, he wants to go. He hears Sean out there, and he just let me out. Okay, buddy.
Just like my dog was barking. And people making noise in the hallway.
so you guys are all standing there talking about that.
Well, we better get a move on. Jump on the wagon and hit the reins. Take off at a run. Come on, Connie.
I need you all to make perception checks.
Uh-oh.
Perception. Okay.
I got a 17.
23.
Point two.
Oh, look, we're rolling things. I already rolled it.
Uh, the Giants have no clue. They're just sort of standing there going, you notice you're being pelted, as in weather pelted.
Like hail?
Yeah, except you pick one up and it's the size of about a quarter, but it's dark red.
Acid rain.
Well, it was raining blood here before. Maybe this is frozen blood.
When it hits the ground, it breaks, and it does within a matter of minutes. You are standing ankle deep in blood.
Time to go.
Let's go.
Sounds good to me. Let's get out of here.
I say, yo, Giants, follow us.
They're like, I don't see what your problem is.
Of course you don't. We'll meet you there. Yeah.
Connie sees the blood hit the wagon that she's tied to and literally loses it. She like panics. Even more
You're
than
a paladin now. Calm down.
nobody said she was a mentally stable paladin though. She still can't figure out how she ended up wearing armor.
And she probably doesn't even know where the paladin is, and suddenly she's won. She's going,
Ignorance of the law is no excuse.
even even if she does slightly grasp the whole paladin thing, where her mind goes is, oh God, my God is angry at me and everything is blood. And yeah, it's like she's not doing well. And the blacksmith is getting really tired of having to corral the poor thing.
Everywhere we go, it's raining blood.
what was that?
Everywhere we go, it's raining blood.
Don't you hate it when that happens?
Well, even for adventurers, you don't see that happen very much.
So I guess we head away at top speed.
Because whatever type of storm this is, it doesn't seem to be letting up at all. So,
It's a type of horrible storm, of horribleness.
you're a cleric of the Storm Lord, and you've never seen this before.
It's heresy.
Uh,
Maybe the Stormlord is pissed at us.
Connie is screaming that the world is going to end and that
My bestie.
that everything is going to come crashing down horribly because the gods are upset and everybody's going to die.
That's every Tuesday.
Some,
After hours of sight.
somehow that doesn't make her feel better. That, you know, that this happens every week. this doesn't this doesn't calm her down at all.
There's always another Balrog invading the plane or extra dimensional or demon of great gemtropy. You gotta rise to the occasion.
She's like, no, you should go home, back where I came from.
Hold that shield a bit higher now.
Playing with my fake sword in the front yard was much easier than doing this.
Same basic principle.
The giants finally look at each other and then look at the three of you like, what the hell is going on? And who's the person screaming in the wagon over there?
That's our paladin.
Or supposed to be.
They're like, would you like us to kill her? Would you like us to squash her so she would stop screaming?
No, I'll take a rain check.
Well, I mean, I was gonna say I wouldn't mind, but Lucid might have issues.
I said I wouldn't mind either, but yeah.
So they look at each other again like they just don't understand what's going on. Hill giants are strong but stupid. So they just don't get it.
Strong but stupid. My favorite.
They're like, well, we'll go with you. Just let us know when you want us to crush something. And they just keep walking behind the wagon.
Well, we better get going.
Well, you are going.
Oh, I thought we were stopped.
No.
We're in the wagon.
You guys are having this conversation while in motion. You guys are moving. Which is
We could
making
use the wagon like a skateboard.
which is making Connie even more nervous because she's still chained down to the wagon. It's
I mean, we can probably untie her at this point.
Yeah, I think at this point, didn't we? Isn't she like somehow she got some of her mental faculties back? I seem to remember at some point.
Connie, are you ready to be untied yet?
she turned to you and goes, only if you take this armor off.
I mean, don't you want to not get hit by terrible monsters?
She,
Well, when you put it that way.
she, she says, hold it. Nobody said anything about terrible monsters. That wasn't in my contract.
You really should have read the contract.
And
He
then,
said, "What contract?"
and then she looks up and sees the two hill giants walking by the wagon. And she's like, she huddles up in the opposite end of the opposite corner of the wagon as far away as she, the change will let her get. And she's like, seriously, nobody ever said anything about giants.
Well, we didn't really know we were going to end up with giants either. So.
And they're
I'm
just
sure I mentioned it.
a little extra bonus.
They're here to help us.
These are the friendly giants.
She looks at the three of you and is like, I'm not sure I trust that if I were you. But she does calm down enough to let the blacksmith, whose name I've conveniently forgotten, um, unchain her from the wagon. He's like, if you try to run again, I'm just gonna breath weapon you this time. I'm done with chasing you around. And she's like, okay.
That doesn't have like a sun feature.
Well, and he's a black dragonborn, which means his breath weapons acids. It would not be a pleasant uh, thing to have happen to her.
I said that or me or Caleb either because we're lightning, so that wouldn't be any better.
No. And so you've been traveling for, let's see how long you've been traveling for. About 3 hours. You have made decent progress, even though the storm is still going on. And you guys are, even the giants are soaked in blood at this point. Because walking for 3 hours in this stuff. Um, you come upon what looks like a small village. It doesn't really have a gate or a protective wall. It's just an inn, 4 or 5 houses, and you know the the biggest building in the place looks like a library. Do you guys stop there or do you keep going?
We're in a hurry, right? Let's keep going.
Yeah, we should probably keep going for now.
Okay.
Are we still in the plane illusion?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, you'll know when you get to the gateway. You'll have to go back through the same portal you had to go through to come in. So, so you bypass the village as you're going past. There's a couple of children playing outside in the storm, and they wave at you as you go by.
What are kids doing in the wasteland? That's a terrible place for children.
Well, playing illusion, worse yet.
You've been in a couple of decent sized villages since you've been in the wasteland. Kids are more resilient than grown-ups are. Um, so you travel for another 3 hours. And the sun is beginning to set. Which is a brilliant reddish orange, and then you add the blood from the storm, and it literally looks like something out of a bad horror movie.
Gosh, this looks like something out of a bad horror scroll.
And yeah, they don't have Audible for scrolls yet. So, and at this point, you don't know if you'll ever be able to get the blood off you. You've been walking in it for 6 hours. In fact,
So it's still coming down at this point?
yeah. In fact, it's up to your shin level. You're slogging through this. The horses are getting a little iffy.
Time to make blood pudding.
And about this time, I need perception checks from all of you, except for Connie. She wouldn't know what she was looking at
17.
in any case.
17.
Okay.
25.
16. 25?
Mm-hmm.
Jeez.
What did Lucid get?
A 16?
Okay. You all got high enough perception to notice that off to your left, in a small clump of trees, you're seeing what looks like glitter.
Looks like what?
Glitter,
Oh.
like sparkly things would be the term, the D&D term for it.
Ooh, shiny.
Yeah. And being dragonborn, you're like, oh, hoard treasure. We have to go check this out. Because that is the one overriding urge that you have that connects you to actual dragons, is like any amount of treasure you can get your paws on, you'll go after no matter what.
Not near as bad as the dwarves.
Worse.
So dragonborns are literally the shiny.
Yeah.
Ooh, shiny!
Well, dragons are too.
Yeah.
Pure, straight up dragons are too. It's just that they're so large, nobody's gonna give them grief about it. You gonna make fun of an ancient black dragon? No. So, um, 'cause you would be, he would throw you on his shiny pile eventually. Um, 'Cause they do collect armor too. um, but you see, like I said, through this clump of trees, behind this clump of trees, you see something sparkly. All three of
All
you.
right, go get it.
Well, obviously we need to go check that out.
Yep, definitely.
So the three of you, well, the four of you, the blacksmith too, being a dragonborn.
Varn, that was his name. Varn.
Varn. Okay, thank you. So the four of you head over to this clump of trees. are you all four going in together, or what is your marching order on this little trek?
Well, since we don't know exactly what this is, I think we probably should all four go in together.
I will
Safety
stay
in
back
numbers.
30 feet. You go first.
You're gonna what?
I'm gonna stay back and cover them. I'll stand back like 20 to 30 feet.
Okay, so
Chicken.
uh, Lucid is standing in between the three dragonborns and the wagon with Connie and the giants.
Right.
So I need all three of the dragonborns to give me a constitution check.
Really?
Yep.
I'll cover you.
And fuck.
22.
7.
Oh my god.
I cast True Strike.
And what would that do?
It gives me advantage on my next attack roll.
Okay. You hear you basic Lucid, you hear screaming as two of the dragonborns are, well, from Nala's point of view, two of the dragonborns just go poof and disappear.
Oh, it was you.
And when the giants hear screaming, they go rushing forward up to where you are.
I tell him, I hold up. I go, stop.
And they look at each other and go, where did the other two go?
I said, I don't know.
I have
They
vanquished
just-
them with my unearthly powers.
They just poofed.
But really, though, where'd they go?
Don't know. They just poofed.
Oh, and then the sparkly stuff stops. In fact, it disappears. You are now standing in what looks like a normal clump of trees.
Well, I guess they're gone forever. We better get back to the boat.
We need to figure out where they're at and try to rescue them.
What else would I have expected from Lucid, honestly?
No kidding.
Spread out, gang. Let's search for them. Gets on the wagon, rides away.
No, because I keep my eye on you to make sure you don't do that.
I'm searching over here.
And his voice, as he says that, his voice gets further away.
No, he wouldn't get. He wouldn't get a chance to. I'd go after him before he got too far.
I'm really fast.
And Connie, Connie, and the Giants are just looking amongst everybody, really confused.
I guess I start searching for them.
Give me, uh, now I Lucid give me investigation checks.
Oh, great.
24.
4.
Now you see tracks in this clump of trees. Lucid is clueless. He's like, I just want to get out of here.
I see trees.
I point, hey, Lucid, look, tracks.
Where?
Right here. Grabs him and starts following the tracks.
I got a 7. It's not enough to see them.
Well,
Since I'm pointing this out.
now that they've been pointed out to you, yes.
I'm not sure those are tracks.
Those are tracks. Grabs him and yanks him and says, come on, y'all, follow me.
I guess I'm following.
Connie and the Giants are still staring at each other. So, you push through the clump of trees, following the tracks as they come out on the other side. And you literally bump into the portal that you came through to get to this plane.
Oh, we better go back for the wagon. We need the wagon.
Huh. They must have gone through here. Come on, guys, let's go.
We need the wagon.
I guess I go back for the wagon.
Um, actually, Lucid, give me an intelligence check. I want to see if he picks up on the thought I just had.
I got a 12.
Eh. Suddenly you're like, we've got a wagon, we've got 2 giants. Why aren't the giants pulling the wagon?
Because we have horses.
Well, yes, but if left to their own devices, the horses will go off on their own. Somebody's got to be directing them, and right now Varn's missing.
Well, I could drive the wagon.
So the three of you and the giants push the wagon through the portal.
Portal, portal, portal.
This time Connie actually keeps it together. Although all the sparkly portal stuff does make her slightly nervous. She's never been plane hopping before, so she
Bang, bang, bang,
so
bang, bang.
she really doesn't understand what's going on.
She's a little out of her comfort zone, as it were.
A little, yeah.
Just a little, huh?
Adjacent, adjacent.
She keep the only thing she keeps mumbling is, "I want to go home."
I want to go home.
Oh.
Like
I'll be right back.
so, you guys get the wagon through the portal.
I keep looking for the tracks, see if there's more tracks.
Well, you don't need to look for more tracks because when you go through the portal, you are literally in a wide open space for as far as the eye can see in all directions, and the only two things laying there are Varn and your cousin, and they do not appear to be conscious.
I stop the wig and I go up to my cousin and shake her, wake up, wake up.
No response.
I get the smelling salts and stick it under her nose.
Well, you can tell.
Awaken!
You can tell.
Awaken! Slap!
Somehow, that even if you were big enough to affect the dragonborn that way, it would have the opposite effect of what you're going for.
Yeah. She might breathe on you.
Yeah, you might suddenly find yourself in the middle of an electrical storm.
You're trying to wake her up by continually knocking her out. How does this work? You can tell that they are both breathing and alive. They are just not conscious.
I guess I look around for whatever did this to them as I load them into the wagon. We gotta get going.
Like you're gonna be able to load them into the wagon.
I have the powers of a goddess at my disposal. I'll find a way.
Yeah,
No.
you're.
I can lift my cousin into the wagon, but I have to ask you to help me lift Varn into the wagon.
I can use my lightning spell on them, and it'll move them 10 feet.
But it'll blast them with lightning to do it.
Well, I'm resistant, but yeah, that doesn't sound fun.
One's resistant, the other one is not.
They're
Right,
lightning
Varn's not.
resistant. It's only 1d6. That's like 2 or 3 damage. That's nothing at this level.
Oh, yeah.
She's taking more damage falling down and skimming her knee.
How do you have a lightning spell that only does 1d6 of damage?
It's a cantrip.
So you put both of the dragonborns in the wagon, which leaves very little room left for Connie. And she's like, uh, this is odd. They don't seem to be waking up. This is not good.
We'll be fine. I'm a doctor.
You're a cleric who never considered healing either one of them.
Oh, I mean, I guess I try healing them.
Roll uh cure wounds.
I cast Cure Light Wounds.
Huh?
Even though there's no discernible outward damage, something knocked them unconscious.
So it heals for 9.
Okay. Both of them wake up rather slowly. Which confuses the giants considerably. The giants thought you were both dead.
Oh, they really are very bright.
Hill giants are, like I said, they're big but stupid. They can crush most things. You give them a puzzle and their head will explode. Um, Because they're used to seeing things laying like that. They're usually dead. Yeah.
If I ever have to fight these guys, I'm just gonna play dead.
um, so, you guys take a few minutes to wake up. You, you're technically healed, but you're both not feeling really well. Yeah. You
I asked him. I said, "What happened to you guys? Do you know?"
Uh, I was gonna, I was gonna ask you guys what happened. I have no idea. Last thing I remember is looking. We were going to go find what the shiny stuff was, and that's the last thing I remember.
Yeah, you disappeared, and then I saw some tracks, and I followed them, and we found the portal. So we went back for the wagon, came through, and found you guys on the ground, unconscious.
I I don't know what happened.
whoa,
Hmm.
Varn got a natural 20 on his intelligence check.
Wow.
My dude.
And he's like, most likely the portal did that.
So explain the tracks.
And why would it just take the two of us and not them?
And why would
Because
you be unconscious?
Good enough for me. Let's get going.
he's like, The two of us were the first ones through. If there was an energy malfunction, we probably got a backlash from that, and it knocked us out. But apparently, by the time you guys went through it, it had fixed itself.
Yeah, but the two of you and I were together, so why did it not take me?
I don't know. Maybe you
I
were.
rolled a 1 for my Arcana check for a total of 0. Sounds plausible.
Maybe you took a step out of the way. I don't know. But, yeah. Anyway,
Anyway, let's get going.
I'm not real fond of have that happening again. So,
No, I'd rather it didn't.
being unconscious is not a good thing.
And portals are weird enough when you just walk through them normally.
Yeah.
I don't think I like all this.
Everyone wants to be unconscious. Nobody wants to be dead.
I'd prefer to be conscious myself.
Yeah, me too.
Well, if you were going to be unconscious, it'd be better if you made the choice voluntarily.
Right.
I was voluntarily
Very
choosing
true.
unconscious.
Yeah. So, because there are ways you can do that. So, everybody, or at least the four of you, or three of you, well, four if you count Varn, I guess, because Connie and the Giants aren't going to pick this up. Um, give me a wisdom check.
Oh, I can do that one.
Just straight wisdom.
Yep.
I got a 12.
7.
14.
And Varn got a 15. Everybody, tell me your character's name again.
Taylor.
Okay. Everybody but Talith realizes there's something missing. The village you were in before you went into the plane of illusion, where you talked about, the village traded back and forth with the plane of illusion. That village is no longer there.
No, I noticed. I just assumed that was part of the plane of illusion. And we're in a hurry.
In fact, once you went through this side of the portal, you are now back in the Wasteland. And
Prove it.
and that village is no longer there.
It was a mirage the whole time.
And that was a village of several hundred people. And it's gone now.
We've murdered them All of them. It's all our fault.
You should have never gone to the plane of illusion. It's set off a chain reaction that obliterated the whole city.
I think they might have been an illusion. Well, at least I prefer to think that. Connie, don't look! Let's go, guys!
If we were if we were playing Cthulhu, you'd all have to make major sanity checks at this point
Oh, that sounds really encouraging.
because nothing is working out the way it was when you went in. So
Is that what the Rain of Blood was? It was the couple of towns?
Maybe.
possibly, um, that's what Lucid thinks.
It was probably illusory blood.
At
I
this
cast prestidigitation and clean my clothes.
you taste it and it's actually blood.
No, I don't.
And at this point, Connie is just like, I'm just not here. I deny the entire fact that I'm here.
I cast prestidigitation and clean Connie's clothes.
She looks down and then looks at you and says, thank you, but I'm really not here.
Don't worry, it was just illusory blood. No worries.
So, you guys are standing in the middle of the wastelands in a spot where a fairly decent sized village was, what, 3 days ago, 4 days ago? And now the entire village is gone.
The buildings and everything?
Yep.
Hey, if that was our fault, do we get XP for it?
No kidding. Definitely we need points for that.
Murdering innocent people, bystanders? Yeah, probably not.
You actually get 5 negative XP for every person that died in the village.
Well, so we didn't make the buildings disappear, so they can't be dead.
It's like the village.
Illusions aren't people.
It's like the village was never there. You're standing on a empty plot of sand at this point.
Well, it wasn't on my map to begin with, so really, I just think we've fixed it.
And suddenly you realize why Lucid and Connie actually get along.
They're both nuts.
Yep.
So,
They're both Fruit Loops. That or maybe the portal was in a different spot. So maybe we just landed on their side somewhere else.
That could actually be a logical idea.
I'm not sure how portals work, but it sounds like something that could happen.
Sure, let's go with that. Anyways, let's hit the road. We need to get there in 4 days.
We haven't traveled 5 days yet. We only traveled 6 hours.
Well, if we get there early, we can leave and we can be like 2 days away from here by the time the dragon gets to the port.
I didn't even think of that. That actually would benefit us greatly
Well,
if we could do that.
If the dragon's not there guarding it.
Right, if the dragon didn't show up early.
see, you're forgetting something. How many days did it take you to get over the mountains to where you are now?
2 days, I believe.
2 or 3 at least. So,
Well, this time we're going the short way, straight through the waste.
yeah, 'cause climbing the mountains, while a little bit safer, did take you a lot longer.
This time we're not worried about going insane. We already are.
No, I'm not insane.
That's what the non-insane people say.
At this point, Connie should be leading the group.
That'd be scary.
We'd all be dead.
Or who knows where we would be.
We'd never make it out of the wasteland.
So, it is starting to, well, it is approaching sunset. It is starting to get dark, which also means the temperature is dropping. So what do you guys want to do?
Connie, put your sweater on.
Okay, she's fine. What are the rest of you gonna do?
We ride through the
Snuggle up to
night.
Varn.
Now, one at a time, what was that?
He said I was going to snuggle up to Varn.
Are you guys trying to find a campsite, or what are you guys doing?
Well, according to Lucid, he wants to go through the night.
Yeah, at this point we should probably just keep riding.
Put on our winter clothes.
Yeah, you all brought cold weather gear with you.
Nah, I just keep pouring coffee over my head from the endless flask.
Okay.
The giants are staring at you
We're
constantly.
all staring at you.
Constantly.
Yes.
They're like, their eyes are like locked on you, going, "What in the world is he doing?"
It's like we're all staring at him. It's like, what the hell?
Yeah. It's like, I mean, I'm used to weird behavior from Lucid, but that's really weird.
It's cold. No, I drink coffee and I put on a scarf.
Well, you were already soaked from being in the blood hailstorm, so pouring coffee over your head doesn't really change much of anything. You're still soaked.
I hope it wasn't at a boiling temperature though.
No kidding. You burn your skin.
I don't.
As I pour it, I cast prestidigitation to clean it off. So it just kind of cancels out.
When when the container of endless coffee was created, I don't think they set a temperature for it. For all you guys know, it could be iced coffee.
Yeah.
I love iced
There's
coffee.
a temperature dial down at the bottom. You can turn
There
it
you
from
go.
coffee to like fire of the endless sun.
that's that's definitely what you want to pour over your head.
I had it tuned to like 3-hour desk coffee.
So it's room temperature basically. So you guys decide to trudge through the night.
We encounter an obstacle. I'm like, giant, carry us, lift. Here's
This,
100 gold. Thanks.
the temperature drops 15 degrees in the space of an hour.
I guess we make a fire in the wagon.
That sounds like an extraordinarily bad idea.
No kidding.
You accidentally set Connie on fire.
And a whole wagon.
Yeah.
Uh, the
We make
hills.
the fire in Barn's lap. He's fire resistant, right?
No, he's a black dragonborn, which means he would
It's
be.
acid.
Yeah. You would
He's
have
a
to.
blacksmith, though. They pick up fire resistance, right?
Well, yeah, he. But even he doesn't do things like set fires in his lap and stuff like that.
Well, if I had fire resistance,
How do you-
I'm not surprised. That was
How's
probably
your
your
fire
go-to.
resistant? How's your fire resistant?
He's not.
I was gonna say.
the hill giants are like, why don't we just find you a cave somewhere? We're good at
Cave
that.
in the wasteland.
We're
I just
good.
found-
We're good at hunting for caves and such.
Wait, there could be caves
sounds
in the
good, boys.
wasteland?
Find me a cave.
There could be
Good
caves in
point.
the wasteland.
Well, the edge of the wasteland, you guys had to cross the mountains.
Yeah, but how far away from the edge of the wasteland are we, though? Aren't we like a little bit, quite a bit from there?
Yeah, but if you guys are gonna travel through the night eventually, you'll get to the foothills of the mountain.
Okay.
Probably by morning, at which point you'll want to pass out anyway. After traveling all night.
No, we're gonna drink coffee and stay awake all night and all day and all night.
I don't know about that.
You stay jacked on caffeine for a solid day and a half.
until we
Why
get
am
back
I
until we get back to
sleeping?
town, and then we then say everybody come to my house, and I say Giants, I don't know where you're going, but you can't come to my house. You're too big for my house.
But
I can see sound.
the problem is, after a day and a half, the the flavor of the coffee degrades and gets worse. It's like actually drinking coffee that's been left out for a day and a half.
Oh,
I would drink that, reheat it in a microwave.
You
As long as you can put sugar in it, it's fine.
Oh yeah,
hold it. Could you could you use a dragonborn's breath weapon as a microwave?
if we had someone that had fire breath, maybe,
yeah, but I'd fire probably a red dragon boy.
or whatever, or
Well,
any of the other
no,
ones that do.
a microwave runs on electricity, not fire. So,
So you're saying we should just try to zap the coffee?
Sap
yeah.
coffee.
You waste our breath weapons on a flask of coffee?
Well, you've been awake for a day and a half. You're not thinking quite clear right now.
It's not making the cocoa juice. Zap it.
Fact, Connie, by the end of this, Connie's starting to think that she's the only sane one in the group.
Oh God, that's not saying much.
Yeah, no kidding. If she's the same one, oh god, that'd be scary.
She's actually having she's actually having conversations with the hill giants, even though she doesn't understand giant.
See, that would be even worse if she was the sane one in our group and the giants were the smart ones. That
Yeah.
would just be.
They already did. They already did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The giants have an intelligence of 8, and
Ooh, ouch.
and,
Wow.
and they're still basically in charge at this point. Because you guys are so jacked on caffeine and lack of sleep that nothing is making sense right now. You keep going, and by just before daylight, you get to the foothills of the mountains, and the giants are like, we can find you a cave in here if you want one.
Can
Let's
you
do it.
also
Give it up.
can you also clear out anything that you might happen to find in the cave for us?
Well, now that you've mentioned it,
We don't want to go in there and be attacked, you know.
you guys are supposed to be the big bad adventurers in this group.
But you're the big bad giants who are stronger.
Yeah, you're bigger and badder.
Here's 10 gold. Have a nice day.
So the two of them go off looking for a cave.
Drinks are on me, boys.
And about a half an hour later, they come back. They're, they're carrying a large animal that looks like an antelope or a moose or something.
Delicious.
And they're like, well, found you a cave, and we figured you might be hungry after all that. So, and at this point, they plop the animal in the wagon. Connie has to scramble out of the way, and you hear a serious creak come from the floor of the wagon because they just dropped several 100 pounds on it. And they're like, well, that should feed us for the night.
Yeah, maybe several nights.
Yeah, what are you guys gonna eat? This looks like enough for me.
They just sort of smile.
I look at him and say, "You really want to fight for that? That? 'Cause remember, I could shoot you with lightning."
Yeah, well, they pull out these clubs that are the size of oak trees, and they're like,
Never mind.
I wasn't talking about you guys. I was talking about Lucid.
Oh, you're gonna fight Lucy.
Lucid said it's enough. Lucid's the one that said it was enough for him.
Well, that's true.
they're like, once we get in the cave, we'll divide it up. There'll be enough, at least for tonight.
Dibs on dark meat.
Yeah, dark meat, the best part.
They're not really picky as far as that goes. Yeah. And Varn says, after hearing the crack when they dropped this animal on the wagon, he's like, when we get in the cave, I'll check and make sure everything is still okay. The wagon's not supposed to be making noises like that.
I look at them and I say, next time, please do not drop it. Just set it into the wagon.
No, okay.
That was settled.
No, that was dropping.
Well, they've got a foot or two on you guys height wise. They're like 9 feet tall. Yeah. And the evening goes fairly uneventfully. Um, after you guys eat this thing, and the bones are piled over in the corner, Varn takes the two giants and they go out and they snap a tree in half because they have to make repairs to the floor of the wagon. And since they didn't have a saw handy, they were like, oh, we can just snap it in half. Not a problem. And the next morning, as the sun comes in the cave, there is a man and a woman standing at the opening of the cave.
There's a what?
There's a couple, a man and a woman, standing at the cave opening.
Who might you be?
Um, we just live in the village on the other side of this mountain. We heard large cracking noises yesterday evening and we were wanted to come and check it out.
You came all the way from what's the name of your town?
We live in the village of Calder on the other side of this mountain.
Wait, what town am I from?
What?
What town am I from?
You would know your backstory more,
I don't remember the
better
name of the
than
town.
I do.
I don't remember the name of the town.
It wasn't that.
Okay. It's whatever town that they landed on the port.
Because this is a village that is literally on the other side of the mountain that the cave is in.
Okay.
So they're like,
How'd you get through the mountain so fast?
we live here. We've devised ways to get around a long time ago.
Good. You want to tell us how to get through here so fast?
We can help you, yeah. We can take you to the village.
And then we're able to get to the port city from your village?
Well, no, you would have a couple of days travel.
Yeah, but we can get there though, right?
Yeah, well, you got there from your original village. You got to the mountains from there. It just took 2 or 3 days to do it. You'll be cutting it close, but you'll be able to make it.
All right, wake up, everybody.
Sorry.
Actually, Mike, it's after 8:31. Take a break.
What time is it?
8:45.
Okay, yeah. That's about the right time, 8:30, 8:45 somewhere. So, for you who will see this when I get it up on the channel, we are going to take a 20-minute break, although it won't seem near that long for you guys. So, we will be right back and see how these three handle the little village they're walking into. So,
They're probably all illusions. Kill them all.
So we were out of the plane of illusion. So yeah.
hello and welcome back to our episode of Fallen Dragons. Before the before the break, our group had just been woken up in the cave they had been sleeping in by a man and a woman standing at the mouth of the cave. And after a short conversation where they found out that the couple lived in a village just on the other side of the mountain they were in, they decided to go with them.
A horrible decision. They're probably cool.
So,
Oh yeah.
you guys pack up your stuff, load up the wagon. Um, Connie's definitely not sure about this, but she's not sure about anything most of the time.
Don't you have detect good and evil yet, Connie?
I
Mm,
do. I do.
she doesn't.
I think I do.
I don't know what level as a paladin you get that.
Oh, I thought I had it. Maybe I got detect thoughts though. I detect magic.
Yeah.
I do detect magic.
So you wanna
Towards the two of them, huh?
okay.
I don't know what to roll for it or
Roll
what I have to do for it. I
roll
don't remember.
roll a regular to hit
Do you have to
and
do that for that? That's not like I'm casting a spell to harm.
yeah, but you are casting a spell at them
Okay.
and it's not the type that
So
they
what? So I add my d20 to what?
your attack your attack bonus.
Which I don't remember what that is. Attack. Okay. 24. Actually, how do you figure out what your tech bonus is? How do you figure what that how that is?
Your spell attack bonus is um, your proficiency plus your spell modifier. So if it's for a wizard, it'd be your
Intelligent. Okay, so that'd be 25 because I forgot to boost that up when I did my thing. Because remember, I had added a point to my intelligence, so it is now 8. So that'd be 25.
If you're pointing it directly at them, you don't get any. They don't glow or anything. There's no magic aura around them or anything like that.
Okay. Then I'm gonna cast Detect Thought.
Same thing.
They have no discernible thoughts.
The, they're not trying to block you from doing it. They're not
So,
purposely trying to hide anything.
but they don't have any evil thoughts or anything.
No.
They're not thinking these adventurers look delicious.
I hope
Okay,
not.
I say, I'm getting no detect magic from them. I'm not getting any evil thoughts from them.
Uh,
Your thoughts have been deemed pure.
I wouldn't go that far.
Just not evil.
Your thoughts have been deemed not evil.
What, Pup? What? What?
And they look at the three of you with this really odd look, like they've been in the mountains too long.
3 of you.
Sorry, my friends are a little eccentric.
Okay. You wanna? Okay.
So that's what they're calling it now.
Say hi.
They help you get the wagon through the mountain pass. And after a couple of hours, you are able to come up on their village. And they tell you to park the wagon over there, and you're welcome to come in if you would like.
Yes, a shower would be great. Or a bath.
We don't stop. We keep going. We press on through the day.
No. You can stop long enough to each of us take a bath.
Am I being outvoted here?
I could do with a break out of the wagon, honestly.
How many years has it been since Lucid's had a bath?
Probably 100 or so.
No, I took one at the last inn. Probably.
And how long before that?
There's not very many baths in the Wasteland.
No.
I'm sure there are.
Not that we saw.
Well, I'm sure you didn't go in people's bathrooms.
So, you guys pile out of the wagon except for Connie. She's like,
Oh,
I'm not leaving the wagon.
you are. We're not having you in the wagon bloody.
Yeah, I'll stay here, thanks.
That is true. All of you are covered with dried blood.
Not me. I got the prestidigitation.
Well, so do I, but I didn't use it.
Maybe you should. Otherwise, you'll be covered in blood.
No, a bath would clean me up.
Tongue bath.
It'll clean you up. It won't. They don't have laundry facilities. So.
Oh, precipitation, clean off clothes.
Yeah.
Okay, then I use whatever it's called.
Prestidigitation.
Okay, I do precipitation. Get my clothes clean too.
Prestidigitation.
I think Lucy should do it for the others in the party to get them clean.
Poke. Be clean, my child. Be clean. May the power of the storm cleanse thee.
But we still need a break to stretch our legs.
Oh, you dirty dragonborn.
And then all of a sudden, the storm starts again.
You can't tell me there's
The
that
blood
kind of storm.
or the other storm?
I said we're not in the whatever where that kind of storm was. We're not there anymore. There shouldn't be blood rain in normal land.
No.
Well, I just cast prestidigitation every round to keep myself clean. So that even though it's raining blood, I'm still clean.
Now this time it's just normal rain, except the wind picks up to the point where the wagon starts to tip.
I don't know if we could go anywhere with the wagon tipping.
And all of a sudden, Connie changes her mind about staying in the wagon because she doesn't want to end up on the ground under the wagon.
His idea there, Connie.
And you guys are the ones that think I'm crazy. And the couple that you met at the cave comes back out of the gate and they're like, what's taking you guys so long?
Do you by chance have a shed or a garage or a stable that we could put this wagon in so it don't tip over by the wind?
Yeah, on the back side of the village. Yeah. It's next to the gate on the back side.
Barn, you want to go put the wagon in the barn, stable, whatever?
I can do that.
You think you can find your way there and back?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, everybody else, let's get inside.
So he
Don't
goes,
get lost, man.
What now?
Don't get lost, man.
He's like, ah, it's just a circle, dude. uh, so,
That's what they want you to think.
and so you guys head inside, and all together, there's maybe two two dozen people there. We don't get visitors very often. Quite an interesting day so far.
I try.
We figure if you've been wandering around the wasteland for days, you might need a place to rest.
I mean, we could use a bit of a rest, but we're in a hurry.
Which he is right about that. The days are passing by.
You have what? 8 days to get there?
For
I thought we had 8.
that's you had 8 when you left the tower. It's taken you time to get from there to here. Besides, you are in a plane of illusion. Time doesn't work the same. But you should be able to make it 4 days if nothing else happens.
Well, we better hurry then.
They're like, oh, um, if you don't want to spend the night, at least let us feed you before you leave.
Well,
Maybe,
we'd appreciate that.
maybe wait a little bit to see if the storm and the wind calm down.
Well, I guess we can spare a few minutes. Twist my arm.
Go sit around the fire. Um, Dinner should be done fairly soon. Warm up, have a cup of tea, and this
Stop. Lily.
uh, dark haired girl that looks like she's in her late teens gets up and goes and makes a pot of tea so that you can have a cup of tea while you're waiting for dinner. Um, there's polite conversation the young ones want to know where you came from. How'd
Well, you
you?
know that terrible Doom Wasteland to the north? Yeah, there. We're from there.
Well, we're not from there, but that's where we were.
They're like, why would you want to come from there?
Because we want to go back home.
And in a bit, the girl comes with the tea and hands it to you and then seats herself between you by the fire. And after you warm up and there's a little more small talk, um, the lady that you met at the cave comes back out into the main area and says, uh, come into the kitchen. Uh, dinner is will be served momentarily. And you see everybody get up and head into the kitchen. Do you follow or
Yeah, I guess I follow into the
Yes.
kitchen.
um you follow them into the kitchen? They all stand around the table. They don't immediately sit. And the gentleman you met earlier says, as is our custom, we do not sit until our guests do.
Okay, so I sit down.
Guess we sit down.
I guess I'll sit down.
His wife at that point starts bringing out platters of food. But they still don't sit. And I need initiative from the three of you.
Oh God! Seriously?
Yep.
We read their minds and everything, man.
Oh.
Initiative for sitting around for food?
You guys got some odd dinner traditions. Got
The
a 12.
the two that you met at the cave and a couple of more shift into their regular form.
Okay, that doesn't sound good.
Except for I would have detected that when I did detect thoughts
No,
and magic.
no. It's a,
22.
it's a normal biological thing. It's not a shape shifting is not a magical effect.
No, but I should have been able to pick up something from the detect thoughts, though.
As far as they're concerned they weren't going to let you know anything until they got you here. They, they're basically mimics, and they were hunting, and they came across you because
I knew they were illusion people. We should have blasted them on sight.
because after you roll initiative, everybody in the room shapeshifts, and
Damn it.
you find yourself in a village of mimics.
All right, how many can I get in a line?
And there are 24 against 3.
So I get up and head for the door to yell for the giants to come in to help us.
I mean, do we even have to roll initiative? Can we just run?
The male of the pair stops you and says, "You have 2 options. We can fight, at which point, even with your giant friends, you are seriously outnumbered. Or we're always willing to negotiate to help the village."
What do you mean help the village?
We have to keep the village going somehow. It's not like there are really good paying jobs that we can go to.
I don't see why not if you don't show your true self.
Option 3, you can let us go, because if we fight, you die first. You personally.
You just made it so much worse.
It's 24 against 5.
Doesn't matter to you. You'll be dead.
So will
Lucid,
you.
shut up.
So will you. Um, if you can come up with a respectable amount of gold to give us, we will let you go. If not, we're going to add you to the evening's dinner.
How much gold do you consider respectable?
I don't know how much you have. That's up to you.
I don't know how much you wanted.
Let me put it this way. How much is getting out alive worth to you?
I will give you all of my gold in my pocket. Everything that I have in my pocket.
He
Which,
can give you all the gold. He got us into this mess. He could pay for it.
which is how much currently?
I have 75 gold in my pocket.
Let's see. There's the 3 of you, your 2 giant friends, which would in fact feed the village for quite a long time. Uh, so there's six of you. eh, Well, seven of you if you count the girl over there.
You don't count the girl, and you remember that you'd be feeding one less mouth, namely yours.
Uh, so seven. Hmm. So I'm thinking more in the range of 200.
Done. Here's 200 gold. I pulled 200 gold out of my pocket.
I thought you only had 75 in your pocket.
I can't count. I'm a priest.
No wonder they kicked him out of the temple. Do you actually have 200 gold to give them on your
Yeah,
on your
I have a good thing.
okay? Mark off, subtract 200 gold, and they will let you go.
Easy peasy.
See, that negotiation wasn't difficult, was it? You are you hand him 200 gold and he says you're all free to go.
And away we go.
Because it says in the mimic colony section that they'll only fight if they can't negotiate, because their goal is to keep the village going. So
I think we got out pretty cheap there.
Well, don't say that in front of them, duh.
We went away already. Away we went.
so you with some difficulty, in fact, well, actually not, with the three dragonborns and the two giants, you're able to get the wagon down the other side of the mountains fairly easily.
We just kind of huck it.
Is Connie still in it when you do that?
No, no.
The hill giant rides it like a skateboard. Gotta do a kickflip.
She attempts that, but does not do it well. She got a 4 on her dex roll.
Bye, Connie.
And she lands basically at the base of the mountain. and uh, she lands, and the wagon proceeds to land on her
Oh no.
Oh.
Grease,
because, like I said,
knock it off.
I rolled a 4 for her initial dex roll. Then I gave her another roll to see if she could get out of the way. And she rolled a 2. So, no.
Sorry, Connie. We hardly knew you.
Well,
What a way to go. Is she okay?
no. She got trampled by 2 horses and ran over by a wagon after
Oh God.
You
after
better do some healing there, Lucid.
after tumbling down the side of a mountain. No, she's not okay.
You might want to do some serious healing there, Lucid.
Well, do I need to resurrect her or just healing?
Let me roll again and see if she's actually alive or not.